Hi Internet, today we are talking about creating close simulation with real-world asset in Cinema 4D and resculpt and fix the shape with Zbrush. Let's do it! Okay, hi everyone. Today we're gonna talk about making some compression. And that concept comes from this guy named Caesar. He's a really famous sculptor. Look at this, compress a lot of stuff that he found in garbage and make some really nice sculpture. This was Caesar Baldaccini. He was a really famous French artist, known for that kind of smooth stuff too. And look at this, he scanned his own thumb and he make it as a sculpture at a really high scale. Look at this, it's like 4, 5, 6 meter high. It's really nice concept. Okay, so hey, he's here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I 3D scan. This is in Marseille, in the city of Marseille. Okay, in the south of France. So the thumb is here in the rond-point, and I was there and I 3D scanned it. So you already know the process. A lot of photography, turn around. You will see that's not easy. So let's launch the RealityScan. Okay, just drag and drop the images. Make sure you have all the images in here, and you can see my setting here, but it's the common setting, basic setting. So just do an alignment. It will take a long time normally. Okay, so the alignment is here, and you can see that it was quite well because all the camera were registered. So that's nice. We can see all of my photography. So now what we have to do is to clear the region and go in the top view. And what we're going to do is move the model, so to put it in the middle. So I go to Tool, Set Ground, and now you will have this gizmo. So just move the model to fit in the middle, go in the view. So to move, you can do a space bar, move like this, and then with the mouse scroll. Okay, let's try to make it horizontal. In this view, left view, okay, front view, let's put it also horizontal as possible. Like this. Yeah, let's go in the perspective view and try to see. Okay, this looks nice. Go back in the top view, and now what you have to do is go mesh model and set the region screen, but you can see that the region is too large and we want the computation happening just where the subject is. So go in the left view and try to match and fit where the model is, but you can see here our biggest problem is that we didn't capture the top. So left, go in the front view. Okay, be sure it's quite difficult to see where is the model at this point, but try to fit the maximum. So we can see that the top part is missing a lot of information, but I suppose, let's go in the left view. No, the front view. I suppose that the term is going here and then come back here. So let's run the normal detail computation. Okay, the normal computation is finished, and look at this, what a mess. There is a lot of problem in here. It is simply because of the skylight, okay? The computer didn't know when you have that kind of information, white part is really confused on the limit of the 3D object. And this what happening. Yeah, how can we fix it? So now we have 16 million triangle. It's too much. Let's go on Tool, Simplify, and ask him for 1 million point. Okay, thank you. Now we have 1 million triangle. You can see the difference. This is 1 million triangle, here 16 million. There is not much difference, but 1 million is good for us because now we're gonna try to clean it, and let's do it in Zbrush. So let's export this. So I will create an export and call it le pouce, which means thumb in French, pouce 1 million. Okay. Okay, so let's open Zbrush. Okay, here in Zbrush, I already have a specified UI that I made, but don't worry, I will try to explain. So you import, you click and drag, then you click edit, and look at that. Let's take another color, and let's erase the poly. No, it's not the poly paint. So we don't want no color, so it will be easier to see the shape. So look at this, what we can see directly. You click here and you can have the frame, and what we want is to create some polygroups. So you go to the polygroups, auto groups, and look at this. You're gonna split every unconnected mesh. So you Control Shift and click on the shape you want to keep. And look at this, everything is gone, but everything is not gone. What you have to do, it's just hidden. So you have to go to the geometry, modify topology, and then delete hidden. And now you're sure that you only have this shape, which is the connected shape. So what we can do is to erase this base. So you Control Shift in here, and you can select Trim Rectangle. With the Trim Rectangle active, look at this. We just trim the shape, and it already fixed the hole. But it's look that we have this in here. So that's why I make this shortcut to have more quick access to the auto group, because I use it a lot. So click auto group, then click that, and then I delete hidden. And what we can do now is Control Shift here and use Trim Lasso. With the Trim Lasso, we're going to try to recreate the curve. And yeah, try to find an angle, and you go that way and reshape basically the thumb. Okay, let's do an auto group. Let's try here like this. Okay, and in this part too. Yeah, and in here too. Okay, so you can spend hour and hour trying to reshape it, but we're gonna do it really basically here. We don't want to spend too much time. Okay, let's say it's enough. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, auto group, then shift click, control shift click, and delete hidden. Okay, so here is the thumb, basic shape. In here, we're gonna duplicate it. And what we can do now is you can just shift click and smooth everything, but smooth with this big triangle is not always a good idea. So what you can do is activate the Sculpt Pro mode that's gonna help us create a smooth and creating triangles, and it will be easier after to have a new shape. Look at this, you reshape everything. So you can see that here it's really bad topology issue, and I click that, it smooths it and recreate triangles. So it's gonna fix a lot of problems. So I just shift and click everywhere to recreate the border here, where you have really bad topology stuff. So you have to do this everywhere. Okay. To match everything. Okay. Let's continue here. Okay. So I think we already made a lot of. Okay, that's nice. Let's do it for the whole big triangle. So make a bigger draw size and shift click, and look at that. New triangles. That's nice. Simplify it. Okay. So yeah, that's the basic shape. And now what we can do is to resculpt it. So something you can do is B on the keyboard and Smooth Pix. Smooth Pix, make it tinier, and Smooth Pix gonna smooth only the pix. So look at that. Gonna keep the hole and smooth only the top part. So it's really help to smooth that part. So with the Smooth Pix, yeah, do what you can. Like this, yes, like this. Okay. Here too. What is this? Strange topology stuff. I don't know what it is, but okay. And then you can do the opposite, smooth valley. And look at that, it then smooth all the hole. Yeah, to bring them up. Let's do it here also, and here, yeah. It's a really quick and dirty way. Okay, now we have with that. Let's try to resculpt that part. So what you can do is adding some clay build. Clay build is too. It's really heavy. Oh, I do some clay, but it's a little bit too strong, maybe. But let's re-smooth this. Yes, it's too strong. So let's give a 5 intensity like this. Yeah. Maybe something like this. And do with Alt, you can resculpt the opposite. It's gonna erase like this. Yeah. So then you can smooth it. Okay. So it's basic sculpting. You can spend hour and hour doing this. Do whatever you want. Okay, so let's say it's okay for us now. What we can do is duplicate it again. Can do Z plugin, and in the Z plugin, the decimation master, you process the current. Here you wait for the process. So you're gonna process the whole shape, and after you're gonna ask him, let's decimate it. And it's always nice to do it to have a new topology. And yeah, 75% is quite nice. And this topology now, what we can do is do what we already done in the last tutorial. You do a remesh, you target 20K polygon. You can, adaptiveness is 5. It's almost the same parameter we done in Cinema 4D because it's the same tool. Click Z remesh, and here will happen magic. Okay, here is the thumb. So you can re-smooth them a little bit everywhere. But for us and for the purpose of this tutorial, it's already nice. What we need now, this is not really nice, but let's keep it. Maybe we can remesh it again, but especially, yeah. Okay, yeah, why not? What we have to do now is Z plugin and use the UV master. You click unwrap, and it will unwrap it. We don't give no instructions, so because it's gonna fit. Look at this. You can go here and click flatten, and you can see he use all the UV space. And now what we can do is be sure that you select this and export it. Export it. So now let's call it. Oh, my keyboard is okay. Remesh UV. We have remesh it and UV it. And normally now, if we go to tool, not tool, but mesh model, import a model and import this one, it will be at this location. Yeah, that's nice. The ancient one, a new one. What we need is this texture of the first one. So let's unwrap it. Unwrap is the process in RealityScan that's going to create the UV. So to see if the UV is good, you can go to View and click Suite, and you will see here is the checkerboard, and it's quite nice. So you can see that here we have a 8K texture with 77% of utilization, which is not really nice, but which is enough for what we're going to do now. So create the texture, project the texture. Okay, so that was, this is the texture on the 1 million point model, and we're gonna reproject it. So go to Tool, Texture Reprojection, and we only want the color enable, and we're gonna project model 2 on model 3. Model 3 is the one that we re-import. So let's do the reprojection. It's really quick process. Oh my god, but look at this. It's really a mess, but don't worry, we're gonna find a way to clean it a little bit. So export it. We don't want not much stuff. We don't want the vertex color. We only want the texture, but you're gonna export a lot of files that we don't need. So don't need the MTL, don't need the UV MTL. We only want the texture. So what we can do now is in here, in Zbrush, you can go in the texture map, create a new texture, fill it, and we create from polypaint, and look at this. This is the space of the UV, and this one, you can export it. So if you re-export, okay, you're gonna export again. We don't need, so we have the UV place, and here is the texture, so we can go whatever you want in Photoshop or another one. Let's import the 8K texture, and here it's the 2K, so but we can export to 8K, but it's longer, so I'm gonna just use it as a mask. Quick tool, what? Oh, use it as a mask, and here you can control where is the real texture. So here what's happening is we're gonna just use this tool because I don't have a paid new Photoshop with the AI, so I just only have the ancient one, but it will be enough. So look at this, maybe this is not good, maybe not, maybe this part, but with only few clicks, enough for the purpose of this tutorial. And so now we can export it again as a JPEG. It's nice. Oh no, let's give him back this. Export it as a JPEG. Yeah. And we can delete this, and now okay, let's register this. Oops. So now we have the texture and we have the remesh model with the UV. Is those two ones that we're gonna use in Cinema 4D.
We've finished the first part of the tutorial. I will be waiting for you in the second part. And don't forget to subscribe and like, comment and share. Thank you.